Hey everyone, Linda here from Gumnut Lane Jewellery. Today we're going to be working on two links. These are the links that we'll be working on. This one here and this one here. So if you'd like to learn how to make that, then just stay with me. I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to start off with this particular link here to start with. And for that, I'm using 18 gauge dead soft copper wire. If you were going to use anything less than 18 gauge, I would suggest that you use half hard. So if you're going to use a 20 gauge, yeah, I would suggest half hard, or work harden your 20 gauge wire. Okay, so for these ones, you're going to need 3 inches, which is 7.5 centimeters, and I flush cut both ends on that wire. You're going to need your round nose pliers, and we're coming down about 2 centimeters. So I'm pretty good at eyeballing it, but if you're not, just measure it. So 2 centimeters, which is, what's that, 3/4 of an inch. Is that right? Yeah, 3/4 of an inch. So we're coming down there. We're just going to place our round nose pliers there like that, and we're just going to bend so that you have that shape like that. That's very easy. Then we're going to come down with our round nose pliers again, and we're just going to get just in underneath that edge of the wire, that lip. You can see that. So it's sitting just underneath there like that. I'm just going to bend it back slightly like that. That's the angle. Coming up on top. And we're just going to make a loop. So come all the way around like that. So it should be looking like that now. Okay, we're going to grab our flat nose or chain nose pliers, whichever you have. I need help with this because I'm not strong enough to to wire up 18 gauge with just my fingers. So if you're the same, grab your pliers, doesn't matter which ones you use, and we're just going to want to get that in there a little bit. Just make sure that your end is in. And we're just going to wrap around. Just like that. And grabbing your cutters. We're going to flush cut. Grab your flat nose pliers and just push that down so you can't feel it. Okay, you can center that loop a little bit more if it's come out of whack, just by bending it back like that. Okay, that's one of them. We'll do another one. So coming down 2 centimeters. Bending it back like that. Round nose pliers just in underneath that lip edge there. Bending back. Bringing, oops, grab hold of it. Bringing the end up and over and around. Like that. And then this one here, I'm going to loop onto this one like that. So I've just looped it onto the open end there. Flat nose pliers. You can hear that noise in the background. That's my tumbler going out in the laundry. I've been busy all morning oxidizing and cleaning jewellery. It's why my hands probably look a bit grubby. I did scrub them, but I couldn't get it all off. Okay, now we're going to flush cut. Oh, that's a tough one. There we go. And push that in and down. Okay, that's 2 loops there. We will do one more so I can show you how I link it. What I mean by that, you can just there's some obviously there's different ways you can put this together. The way I've done it in this one is I've got 2 ends. If you count the coils here, 2 ends going that way and 2 ends going that way. Obviously you can join it so that they're all going the same way, whichever way you want to do it. Totally up to you. Because I'm making this for a necklace, I'm going to do it the way I've been doing it. So coming in the 2 centimeters, bending that up. Just in underneath the lip of the wire in front. Slight bend. Up and over. Bring that around. Now this time I want to hook into the closed loop that we have here. I always find when I'm working with another loop inside the loop, it's much easier to hold on to your loop with your round nose pliers than chain nose or anything else. Excuse me. Okay, just grabbing that tail and I'm going to wire wrap that one around. Cutters. And just squish that end down. There we go. That's that part of the chain there. So I would add, now going this way, I would add one more up this way attached to that loop to give me that. So if you can see that, that's the 2 in the middle, that's the one down the bottom, and then I would add one more going in through the big loop there to get that effect. Okay, so that's that link. Now we'll move on to the next one. Get these little bits out of the way. So for this one, this is oops, this link here in the middle. This one we need 2 1/4 inches, which is 5 1/2 centimeters. So again, I've flush cut my pieces here. So for this one, I've also marked on my pliers across there, if you can see that. It's almost worn off now, but yeah, so I've just marked them across there because I want my loops to be the same size. So we're coming in so you can't feel it on top. We're turning a loop. We want a P, so we want it touching like that one is. So then you come up to the biggest part of your pliers, and you want to leave a bit of a gap, about 2 millimeters, 2 to 3 millimeters, between the end of your nose on your pliers to where the P starts there. If you can see where I'm pointing at there. So you want about 2 to 3 millimeters in between in that gap. going to come up and around and bring it over the top like that. Take that off so you can see a bit better. So you want it to look like that. Now we're going to, sorry I had to stop and think of what we're going to do. Put your pliers back on again, and we're wrapping back the opposite way. And we're bringing that all the way around like that. So basically you want to be able to see all the way through your loops at the top there. And I'm grabbing my cutters and I'm coming in with the flush side going back towards the work, and I'm going right in the middle of that. There, you can see where I've got hold of that, hopefully. And you need a really sharp pair of cutters to do this. I've been doing this all morning. I think mine are getting a little bit blunt. Oop. Make sure you cover your work. I didn't then. And then just flatten that little bit down like that. Okay. Next one. Oop, around those pliers. On the mark. Making a P. Like that. Widest part of your pliers, leaving a 2 to 3 millimeter gap, bending up and around, so that you have that. Mine got a little bit bent out of shape then. Just straightening back up. Okay, now with this one, I always find it easier if you open it up a little bit so you can feed it on. Just feed it through those 2 loops. Like that. Pop it back on your pliers. And complete your loop. Bring it all the way around. Like that. And then give it a cut. There we go. And flatten that loop down. So that's our link. I'll do one more quickly with you, just so hopefully that I know that you've got the hang of it. So on that mark, got your P, the widest part of your pliers, leaving a 2 to 3 millimeter gap, up and around. Just opening that up a little bit, threading it on. Popping it back on your pliers. And turning your loop. Ooh, even though I covered that, it still flew. Okay, now just straightening them up. Okay, that's our second link there. And as I said, they look very effective when you join them together. So I've got a section of 2 down here where I'll attach a pendant. And I've got 5 of those, 4 of those, 5 again of these, and 4 of those. And then I've got my, what's the name there for my clasp on that end. Okay, well, I hope you all enjoyed that tutorial. If you did, please give me a like down the bottom. Any questions in the comments section down below. I think that's all I've got to say. Yeah, so everybody have a good one, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Okay, bye everybody.